Thank you for joining the IIA's 2015 International Conference Speaker Preview. I'm Shannon Steffi, Senior Editor for Internal Auditor Magazine. Joining me is Nicola Rimmer, Director at Barclays in the UK, who will present the Integrated Assurance Grail on Tuesday, July 7th, 2015 in Vancouver. Hi, Nicola. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
What is integrated assurance?
So integrated assurance really is the mechanism by which the audit committee or the senior management team can get a view of all the assurance that's happening in the organisation, whether that's first line, second line or third line of defence.
Are audit committees on board with integrated assurance?
Some are. We call it the Grail of assurance because we've been talking about this for a number of years now. Some organisations are very good at it and they've got a completely integrated approach. Some organisations have a lighter approach and some aren't there at all. So I'm hoping when we meet in Vancouver, I'm hoping to provide 3 case studies of the different approaches that people can have, because I think it's down to what suits the organisation and the audit committee. I think audit committees tend to be on board with it, but the work that it takes and the effort that it takes to absolutely truly integrate it is quite a lot, and some of them may not want that effort involved.
Can embracing integrated assurance affect the audit planning process?
Definitely, yes. If you are providing an integrated plan and you're saying to the audit committee, we're having coverage across all of these things, it'll affect the audit planning process in a couple of different ways. The first is what you look at, because you may not look at areas that other assurance providers are looking at. And it will also change the tone of the work that you're doing as well. You may not be actually going in and doing some of the substantive testing. You may be going in and looking at those first and second line assurance providers and checking what they're doing is correct so you can place reliance on it. So it does change the emphasis a little bit about what internal audit does.
Is there a debate about whether integrated assurance compromises internal audit's independence?
There is a debate, yes. I personally don't think it compromises internal audit's independence because of the way that you're actually approaching the work. If you do it in the right way and you're looking at these first and second lines and the way that they work and only placing reliance on them when you're happy that they're doing the right thing, then that doesn't compromise your independence. The danger is when senior management or the audit committee say there's all this assurance work going on, internal audit, you don't need to look at that bit. And then you're saying, well, actually, we don't have any comfort ourselves that that bit's being done properly. That's where the independence can be compromised.
How can internal audit facilitate a combined view of risk and assurance?
Huge amount of work that can be done by internal audit, by facilitating the process, by getting the right people in the room, by making sure that there's a common language, that everybody's understanding what means the same thing, by facilitating reporting, making sure that report ratings are equivalent so people can see if it's a good report, it means good for all areas of the business. They can pull together all the information for the audit committee. So there's a lot that internal audit can do in that space. And when I do the presentation at Vancouver, I'll be exploring some of those things that internal audit can do.
What do you think will be the most important takeaway from your presentation?
I think the most important takeaway will be, firstly, an understanding of integrated assurance and how internal audit can facilitate that. Secondly, learning from 3 case studies that I'm going to describe about how integrated audit or integrated assurance can be implemented in slightly different ways. And I'm also going to provide some further information as takeaways that will be on the website as well afterwards, so delegates can actually get a bit more information.
Thank you for your time, Nicola. We'll see you in Vancouver.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.